Why am I fucking recording this? Jesus.
Today on Cryptological, I sit here and cry because I missed out on this massive precious metals rally. I've been thinking about trying to get into it recently, but it's just, there's no app for it. I use Freetrade for stocks and stuff. I was looking on that and you can get like some sort of ETC. You had to answer a bunch of questions or some shit. It seemed a little bit too hard. You couldn't just get like the actual asset, the actual exact mapped one-to-one price asset on Freetrade. At least I couldn't see it. So I didn't get into gold or silver or copper or palladium or anything else like that, which means I missed out on this rally. So it's depressing. What's Bitcoin doing? Anyone that had exposure to precious metals during this rally from 2023 onwards is going to be pretty happy right about now. It looks like a blow off top. Say if we're looking at Bitcoin's price action, this is the sort of thing that precedes a bear market. I don't know what's going to happen. No one knows what's going to happen. But the price action has gone parabolic. Back to Bitcoin, we can see that we've just been bouncing off the 100-week moving average, which, I mean, look, on a daily close basis, we just poked below it. So I'm not sure that's going to hold. And if it doesn't hold, the price is going to plummet. Potentially the next level's down at the 200-week moving average, which is way down there. By the time we get there, it could be somewhere around 65 to 70k maybe, which would present a good buying opportunity. The Bitcoin risk levels are, where are we? Where's the risk? There is. Bitcoin risk metric, we're down below 0.4 now, which historically has been a pretty good time to start DCAing. If you're doing a dynamic DCA strategy, going around here. If we use the simulator, where we can get a good idea of how strategies would pan out historically based on what happened before. If we go to, say, the equal time where we are now in the market last cycle, if you know what I mean, so the end of the bull market last year, or at least the end of the peak of the risk levels. We didn't really peak on these risk levels, did we? But anyway, start our simulation around there. So April 2021. Let's go here. April 2021. Was it 1st of April? Was that a good time? 11th. Okay, let's go for like the 15th of April. So we're in the middle of the month. Say we invest $100 every 2 weeks. That's reasonable. Many people could do that. And buy when the risk is below 0.4, which is where we are now. We're at 0.38. And then this is our selling strategy. I mean, you look at, we didn't really get up. We got up to 7 and then we hung around 6 for a bit and then bounced between 4 and 6. So I think we need to go a little bit more conservative until maybe the risk algorithm is recalculated. I don't know if I'm going to bother doing that. I might just see what happens next cycle. But anyway, let's go 0 for 0.9, 0.8, because they're kind of out of the equation. And let's just operate on the 0.6 and 0.7. So let's just say we sell 30%. At the same frequency at which we'll DCA in, we DCA out. So that's bi-weekly. 30% of our portfolio. And then say 60%. And this is what we would have had results from post this point here. Or about this point here. If we started DCAing. So we wouldn't DCA until about, where was it? Until about June-ish. Because that's when we drop below that 0.4, which we specify here, risk level. So let's simulate. Okay, so if we started investing halfway through April 2021, after the peak, we would have started investing in June. That's when we poked our head below the 0.4 risk level. We would have had $3,700 invested. The total portfolio value would be just under 10 grand. With an unrealized gains of not that much. So we basically would have sold everything at this point if this was the strategy that we'd employed. I don't think we would have employed that based on previous risk metric action because we got up to the 0.9 levels even fleetingly in previous bull markets. So this is a pretty conservative strategy. But it would have worked out pretty well. So I'm thinking I'm going to DCA a little bit of Bitcoin at these levels here. And yet we could go all the way back down to the... We could go all the way back down to the 200 week. And if we do, I'm just going to DCA some more. I'm going to increase the amount I'm going to DCA. Maybe increase the frequency. Because every bull market we've got down and skirted the 200 week. Here. Went below it last cycle. Maybe we'll go below it again. Maybe we'll go below it for longer. But I think realistically that's just going to be a better chance to DCA. Not financial advice. That's just what I'm going to do. Do whatever the hell you want to do. And don't complain to me if it goes wrong. Or do. I just won't give a fuck. We're going to look at anything else? No, not for today. So, yeah, that's where we are. I mean, at the moment, we're kind of between the 8 week and the 100 week. The bull market support band is up there. We kind of went up and almost on a daily close. This is daily close, by the way. This is not like candles where you have the time frame shown for each candle. This is just, the point is on the daily close. So we didn't quite get up there, but close enough that the resistance was like a magnetic force repelling the price action back down. And at the moment, it's kind of deciding whether it's going to hug this 100 week or fall all the way down to the 200. But anyway, those are my thoughts at the moment. I'm crying because I missed the precious metals rally. If there was an easier way of buying it, I probably would have done it. I'm a bit of an idiot. Should have just made it work, god damn it. Just caused an earthquake in here. Alright, that's all my thoughts for today. Take care. Until next time. Bye-bye.